Y'all, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to another video. Y'all, this is the last summer budget of 2026. We going back to work in about 9 days. Jesus, 9 more days and then I'm back to work. Praise the Lord for a job. I'm very thankful to have a job. I love what I do. I love the people I work with. I have a very, very amazing good team, but I do enjoy my time off. But alas, it's time to go back to work. So I'm going to share my budget, last summer budget of the summer, last budget of the summer. Right. Yeah. Okay. So June presented challenges, July presented challenges, and now we are in August, or our July money is for our August um, expenses. Now, let me just say this. We did have some issues yesterday. So typically we were doing the summer share account every single month. They were taking out $800 out of my paycheck to put into my summer share account. That gets split up within the two months, June and July. Well, the first month for June, the end of June 30th, they did transfer in $4,000. It should have been $8,000 in, it should have been $8,000 in there. It ended up being like 7,100, something like that. So yesterday when I was looking to get ready to go ahead and pay my bills, y'all like the video and do all the things. When I was getting ready to go in and pay my bills, I noticed that my deposit had not shifted over from my summer cash into my regular checking account. So I'm like, okay, that's strange. I called the bank because, of course, I got my life insurance is coming out, and then my Roth IRA is coming out automatically. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have enough money in here. So I called the bank, and the lady was like, well, let me put you on hold. And she's like, I got a senior person in here. And she's like, Miss Wilson, can we call you back? So I was like, sure, that's fine. I'm all on the phone. I had other stuff to do. I was around the house getting stuff done. And then she calls me back and she says, well, it looks like you took out money in October. And so it made that second $4,000 go down to like 3,100, because when they first start putting our supplements into our paycheck, none of us knew that. It didn't happen until our August check, and we didn't even know what it was going to be like. And so by the time I just realized I didn't have quite enough money to make all the things do what they needed to do. So I did go in and take some money. You can do a one-time withdrawal, and then they don't let you do it again, or they close the account. Well, I thought it would auto adjust itself to whatever was left in that account. But because I was below that $4,000 threshold that was supposed to jump into my account, it did not go in. I had money in there, but not the $4,000. So I ended up having to go up to the bank, and the guy was telling me, well, Miss Wilson, this is what happened. And I said, no, that's fine. I understand, because I didn't get the money out until October of last year. It wasn't like I constantly went back get money out. So I was like, okay, no, I understand. It's perfectly fine. But then, because they're not doing summer cash anymore, so I said, I just want to make sure that it is still set up. So that money that they had been pulling out early out of my payroll is now going to go into my checking account, paying taxes on it. And they're going to then pull out the $800 and put it into that savings account. So it's still going to go into that savings account. And he said, yeah, the first withdrawal will be August, which will be my first paycheck. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure. So next year, we still should have the $8,000 for the summer cash, right? I still need money for June, and I still need money for July. But anywho, we had everything looked great for July. We finished July out with no problem. I did come back from Pastors Conference. I already went to the Pastors Conference, so I've come back from San Antonio. And the only thing that I did not account for in my budget was food and offering, right? So I had some monies that I was doing for offering, and then they had an offering on the very last day, well, the last 2 days, that I did not account for. So I did have to make some adjustments within my budget, and I am going to have to pay those things off. I had to eat Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because I left on a Thursday morning and I got back on a Sunday night late. So I had to eat in those 4 days. One meal was paid, 2 meals were paid for. One meal we got at our pastor's huddle Thursday, and then we went out on Friday during one of the afternoon sessions, and one of the other pastors paid for the table meals. So those were a couple of little dribbled in expenses that I had not thought about that I will have to end up paying off my credit card, but it's not a ton of stuff. It's not a ton. The room was $450 something. The car was $340. So you add that in, that's $450, $340. That's like $790. And then there was one other thing that I had to pay. The room, the car. Jackson, call your sister. Tell her I'm doing a video. I don't recall, but I had saved up $315 from my last summer money. I had saved somebody blessed the ministry with $425, and then I submitted my reimbursement from the trip, and I wasn't sure if I was getting that back by the 31st or if it was going to come August 15th. It did come on the 31st. So I was able to pay for my hotel. I was able to pay for my rental car. And then there was something else, but I paid all the monies that I needed to pay because I'd already paid for my registration. I already had paid for my plane ticket, all the things. So anyway, what I'm saying is everything is paid except for about $300, but I'll pay that before the 13th of August. So all the monies came in. I paid all those expenses off. They've already hit my credit card. They've already been paid. No problem. There was something else and I can't remember. I knew it was going to be about $1,000, but it ended up being like $1,200. And I think I had there were a couple little things I needed to still get, like I needed to get a pair of shoes. It was just a couple little things. But anywho, all of the credit card things are paid. And so except for that, like that is like $250 or something that I still need to pay. Good morning. Good to see everybody. Y'all like the video for me. Put any questions that you have in the chat, and we're just going to jump into this budget. We're looking pretty decent. I'm very thankful for everything that did come in because that did help me get a little bit ahead of things. I know I still have a little bit of something. I think I had to have some extra gas because the 5th week in it's like 5 Wednesdays or something like that. And then I also had, good morning, Rachel. Mr. Jerome came a 3rd time in the month of July, which typically I only do 2, but he doesn't remember that. And so I don't want to argue with Mr. Jerome. He's an older gentleman. He comes, he does a great job for us. Any extra stuff I need done, he jumps right in. So I just want to argue with Mr. Jerome about it. And it works out just fine for us. So I ended up paying an extra yard cut in July. And so everything worked out. We're looking pretty decent for the month of August. Like all the bills are paid. I think I paid the last thing this morning. So I'm going to show you the budget and then I'll show you what has already gone out. All right, so let me jump in and share this with y'all. I'm going to put my comments on over here so I can follow along. In case there are comments, because I want to make sure. Now, this is our budget for August 2026, which is our last budget of the summer. So monthly payroll, kids deposits, which is child support, one mom revenue, affiliate links, travel reimbursements, unexpected gifts, blessings, or funds transferred. So I'm going to scroll down. And again, this is for August. Now our mortgage, our mortgage is $993. My utilities jumped from last month. They were 180 something. They're 212 this month. They were 160 something the month before. So 160 to 180. Now it's over 200. My water was 102.60. The cell phone 45. The internet is 55. Now in October, I got to call back and negotiate that price again because I'm on a year special with the $55. And I have the top of the line and all the things. Mr. Jerome is $120, and that's for 2 cuts in August. It is in green because that was a cash category. Now, for my recycling, renewal, pest control, and yearly spray, you'll see $311. Typically, that is $56. Now, my termite yearly spray is $170. I've already gotten that bill. They came through yesterday to do a spray for the 3 months. So that was $85. So I had to pay that. And then to do that sinking fund for the next year is typically $56. So that extra $170 is like, am I going to have to pay this now? Am I going to have to pay this later? So I lumped it all in, and that gives me a total of $311. Scrolling down, my Roth IRA is 75, Amazon Prime is 13, PureFlix is 11, Healthways is 29, and Jackson's Gym is 30. Now, I can cancel this, but I'm going to have to pay a $50 cancellation fee, or I can put it on pause for 2 months, which that should be August, September. I can cancel it in September, which I'm still going to have to pay the $50 cancellation fee. But Jackson has not been using that gym for months, so I'm really paying for him to have it, but he's not been using it. First of all, he was doing track, so they were doing all the workouts in track, and then he's been working, so he's been working out in the home gym in the garage. So I have to decide, what to do about that. I don't want to keep paying the $30 because yesterday was actually Jackson's last day of work. So it's mom now paying I'll be paying his cell phone bill from now on until he rolls off of child support, which will be in April 30th of next year because he'll turn 18. And so that'll be the end of that, and he'll have to have a job by then. But I don't want to be paying the gym and the cell phone, and he's not using the gym. He's leaving for college in a few weeks. High school sinking funds is $50. That's for his clothing, shoes, all those types of things. Then Netflix, of course, is $21. Groceries by the week is $50, $200. Monthly preps is $50. Personal care is $100. Now, we are going into August 31 days of pantry. I did not pull any grocery money out. I put the number there, but I didn't pull out any grocery money because I have got to eat the food that's in my fridge. I've got all kinds of stuff in this house. I need to eat it. So I didn't pull out any grocery money. I am allowing myself a few dollars out of child support for fresh things like butter, eggs, any fresh veg that I might need. But other than that, I really am trying to use what's in the house. Preps, I did pull out because I want to do some Dollar General shopping. So I did pull that out. Personal care, I'm still getting my nails done. That's $100. Now, my P.O. box, I just paid that in July. So I need to start August with my sinking fund of $17. That has to happen. $142 is for my dental. I received a dental bill, so I do have to pay that. But I'm not going to get the third cleaning if they're going to charge me for it. Now, when I called the dental insurance company, they said that I should be able to get 4 cleanings a year, but they had to charge it right. So what I'm going to do is call on Monday before I pay it and mention that to her, because maybe they can refile it under the right code and they won't charge me. But for right now, I do have to pay $142 for that second, whatever cleaning. It was a third cleaning I think I got. Natural supplements. Oh, that's for my GLP-1, $149. I do have to do that on Monday because I only have 5 pills left of this second cycle. Again, I haven't lost any weight yet, but it's the same. When I did it last time, I didn't lose any weight till like the 3rd bump up. And I actually stayed on that for 2 months because my system was it was a lot. So I stayed on that for quite a bit. And then by By the time I got to the point 2.0, I was really in a good weight loss pattern. So I'm still going to continue my GLP-1s. Now in September, when my Flex card starts again, you won't see that listed because I'll use my Flex card. And I have, I think, 5 months I can use my Flex card for if I don't need to use it for anything else. That'll give me 5 months of the GLP that I don't have to pay out of pocket. But that doesn't roll over until September 1st. So I have to go August, and then I'll be able to do the next one on the Flex card. Jackson gets $100 in his savings account now. Yesterday was Jackson's last day of work. So what I'm trying to determine, and him and I are coming with this, do I still need to put the money in his savings account, which I've been doing, or do I need to put that money in his global cash points global account so he'll have spending money? What we think needs to happen, and y'all can chime in and give me your thoughts. Y'all like the video too. What we think needs to happen is Jack needs to have at least a semester to figure out college before he tries to include a job and all the things. He has to have a semester just to get himself together. Now, do I think he can handle that plus work? I do. But sometimes you need just kind of that transition period. And so if he chose that, he does have a little bit of spending money on his school card. He has all of his meals. He has 14 meals a week, which is 2 meals a day, plus $350 in his spending. Now, we average that out per week. He can spend $24 a week. Now, that's all he has. He does have money in his money market account. He does have money in his savings account, but the money market is money he put in. The savings account is money I put in. So we still have next semester we have to pay for. And we're still pulling out a few little things. I think we got everything we finally need for school. So I don't think I have to buy anything else. We got his graphing calculator yesterday. We ordered it. So I don't think I need to pull anything else out. So I told him, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to put that $100 into your checking account? Or do you want to just keep that in your savings? He said for right now, he thinks he just wants to keep it in the savings. We'll see if he thinks he'll need some more money. He does have an aunt who said, we saw them this week. She said, you won't have to worry about anything while you're in school. It's her alma mater. So she is feeling really excited and impressed with Jackson. And so, of course, she more than likely will throw a few funds his way. I'm not sure what Dad will do, but that's what I can do if he feels like that's necessary. Gracie and Guinea, they both need food and they need their flea tick heartworm meds, and that should be about the $150. My life insurance comes directly out of my checking account. It's $43.80, I believe, but I budgeted in $44. Gas, I did put in $300, but I didn't take any money out except $100. I took out $100 on the 31st, and that was because I had the $3,123 that was in my summer cash. And so the $123 was like interest. So I took $100 out of that just for gas. Hey, ma'am, good to see everybody. Thank y'all so much for being here. $200 is what normally I budget. So that's $50 each for of the 4 remaining weeks, not 44 weeks. I'll fix that. I'll fix it right now. Of the 4 remaining weeks, not the 44 weeks. So $50 each week. Now, I have to also remember Jackson is going to school. He is not close. It is very far. So with that being said, I have to make sure that I account gas on the weeks he wants to come home. Fortunately for us, Jackson and his roommate went to school together. So what I'm hoping can happen is if the other little fellow wants to come home, Jack can catch a ride and maybe I can take him back. So maybe one parent bring and one parent take. I'm not counting on that, but that could be a happy situation between the two of us, right? Our family and their family. We'll figure that part out. But I still have to count for gas. Now, I told him he can't come home all the time. You got to stay at school. You got to figure that out. Like, get away from home, figure it out. He will come home for Thanksgiving, or maybe he'll go to the family. We aren't sure. And then for Christmas break, for sure, he'll be home. So we're navigating those things, but I do have to take him in a couple weeks. I'm going to rent a car because I don't want to really put all those miles on. I'm trying to decide if we can get all his bags in my car. I may not rent a car and just drive my vehicle. My vehicle is fine. But if I need a bigger vehicle to get all his stuff in, I may have to rent a vehicle. And I'm just not sure how that's going to work out. My insurance. Now, I've got to be able to figure out that $170, right, in the insurance. So what I'm thinking is I can pull a little bit out every week. It ended up being like $43 or something like that to make up for the registration. Here's the truth, right? I make enough money. Come on, Shakima, get it together. I make enough money in my paycheck to cover all my bills. I just have to make sure that I account for all the things. Now, starting in November, I know this is pushing it out a little bit. Sister will then start paying something into the household in November. Right now, we're good. I'm going to let it roll for a few more months, but she'll start paying either the water bill or the utilities, or the water bill and the utilities, whichever makes up $225. Those two things. And we should be going down, first of all, because I'm going back to work. We have peak hours. We pay by peak hours. Peak hours are 6A to 9A. And then I think there's another time that's peak hours, but nobody will be here. Sister leaves the house extremely early in the morning. She's not even here during peak hours. And then I'm going straight to work, and it's just me, not me and Jack. So it's just me. There's no utilities will be on, no lights, no anything. And so prayerfully, our utility bill will go down. So she will start to pay, and that could potentially be the car insurance. But if I go back and I'm counting every single dollar that I make, I should be able to cover my bills without sister. That's just what I'm telling myself, right? Okay. Scrolling on down, continuing with the scroll. This month I did a ministry offering of 75 because I don't pay tithe in the summer. That gives me a grand total of expenses of $3,565.53. Now, the $200 for groceries, I just put it there. I didn't pull it out. And $200 for gas, I put it there. I didn't pull it out. So that's technically about $3,165. That's where we are as far as all the things in that list right now. Now, what did I pay, right? So I'll scroll back out and show you guys what has already been paid thus far. Now, I went in and paid bills on Friday, which was yesterday. I made sure I went ahead and did everything because we on a weekend and I don't want to get any charges. So I paid an extra $6.82 to my mortgage, which I went into my mortgage, and it is down from what the payoff was last time. It is down. I owe, if my house sells, if the market value keeps what it is right now, I owe less in my home than the equity that I have in my home. Now, I realize this is an older home, but I also realize that in the area that I live, it's very expensive to live here. And this is a very good house on a very good piece of property. I probably have the best piece of property in this whole subdivision, according to me. Probably the best piece of property. And so even if people weren't exactly happy with the house and needed to make a little few updates or whatever the case, the property itself would sell. So if I were to sell this home, I would have a large amount of equity to put into something else. Right now, I don't have any plans of selling my house, but I'm still always trying to make a little extra payments where I can. $6.82 doesn't seem like a lot, but on my little dashboard, it tells me if you pay $10 extra a month, this is what potentially will happen for you. You'll pay your house off 7 years earlier. So whatever I can get, however I can get it, is perfectly fine with me. The utilities went down, paid $212.93. The water bill is paid at $102.60. I did pay the cell phone, and then I also paid the internet. Paid that no problem. Okay, all those bills went out yesterday. Now, I did have to pay $180. Here's why. Well, I've got out $180 for Mr. Jerome. Mr. Jerome did a third cut in July. Typically, I just try to tell him just come twice because that's what I budget for. But Mr. Jerome came an extra time. So I did grab, I took $60 out of the money he was coming to do the extra yard work, which was $160. So I took $60 out for that. And then I just grabbed in the extra $60 to put back to the yard work. So he came yesterday and did all the yard work. What happens is where my property line is, There, where they took out trees and stuff, little saplings and stuff start growing back up. And then yesterday when he came, he told me along that one fence line, there was like poison ivy and stuff out there. And the dogs like to go over there. So it's keep the dogs safe and keep us safe because they'll come in the house and whatever. Good morning. Glad y'all here. And so he sprayed down for poison ivy. He took out all those saplings. I have a tree back there that kind of grows these extra little limbs and things. He took all that out. He got all the leaves and all that stuff out of there. And so it gives it a nice clean finish. And I'm not worried about, you know, slithery things underneath stuff. He does that once a year. And so he went ahead and did all that yesterday. So I did go ahead and give him that money. And I have $120 left for this month, August. Now he'll come 2 more months. He'll come September, October, and then that'll be the last. He won't cut the grass from October through April. What I've decided to do, instead of taking that money to just put in other places, I'm going to use that for my garden money. So $120 every month for those couple months will be my garden money because I spend a lot on my garden and I need to just try to absorb that some other kind of way instead of just randomly spending, right? And so I'm just going to take that money from Mr. Jerome and add it for the garden. Okay, moving down. I did pay the $85 for the 3-month spray. I asked the lady when I called, I said, I've gotten a bill for the termite inspection. Do I have to pay that today? She says, no, ma'am, you don't have to pay that today. You do have to pay it by the date of service. So they're coming in September because that's when I got the last one done in September. And they're coming, when they come in September, I will have to pay it. So I'm absorbing that $170 into some other spaces here so that I don't have to overextend that budget for, and I will go ahead and do those sinking funds. I didn't sink them yet. I'll probably do sinking funds tomorrow, but I'll go ahead and do those sinking funds. And so I'll be able to say I've already saved up some for next year. All right, my Roth IRA came out at $75. Now I have not done any of the sinking funds. My gym didn't come out, but I did put up here $42 for taxes. I got YouTube money at the end of July, and I put that money in to wash it out to put in the business account. So $42 went into taxes. I already did that like the 22nd, 23rd of July. But I just put it on the August paycheck because July paycheck was already done, or budget was already done. Okay, my monthly preps, I did take that money out, but I did not take any money out for groceries yet. I'm just going to wait until child support comes through. I'll take out a little bit there. I'm still going to put money in Jackson's account and all the type of things. Does Jackson need money at school? He doesn't. He has his card, which meals, and he has an extra $350 per semester on there. He should be fine for stuff. But, you know, kids, they get out. Sometimes they don't always manage right. I've tried to help him manage up to this point. But if he needs extra for groceries, then I'll either do a Walmart order or a pickup order or something like that. When he comes home, I'll go over to the grocery store and buy what he needs. We'll take it back, whatever the case. But I didn't take any money out for groceries because I am going to try to use up what's in these freezers. Scrolling down, personal care. Okay, $51.50. I'm trying to remember what did I buy and I don't remember. Can't remember. I think that came out of some of the YouTube money. I got something done. Oh, I got my nails done because I was going to the pastor's conference. So I needed to get my nails done. They had grown out really, really long. There was an extra week in there. So I said, let me just get my nails done. And I left a tip. That's what it came from. Scrolling over the $200. Okay, so here's the thing. $100 of that money was sent to me. Somebody blessed me. They said, I can read it, what they sent. I won't tell the name because I just want to keep anonymity together. But they sent a card that said, thank you, dear Shakima. Kindly pardon my late response. I have been ill and I'm finally addressing my long list of to-dos. Please accept this gift as an appreciation for all you do for others. I'm inspired by your content and would like you to do something nice for yourself. And they sent me $100 to do something nice for myself. So I did something nice for myself. I pulled that out. Well, it was in cash. And so I have a older lady friend. We used to do Saturday suppers. Well, it doesn't work out for us to really do Saturday suppers anymore. So we try to go out once a week, once every other week, if we can manage it. Sometimes she pays, sometimes I pay. And so I paid for dinner last night. And her birthday had passed this past week. I was at a pastor's conference, so I didn't get to see her. But I paid for dinner. And then I also found a dress because I am going my boyfriend, he does a thing with his church and some of the other sister churches, and they're having an event. And so I found a dress on clearance that I really liked for this event, and I bought myself a dress. And so I still have a few little dollars left, and we're going out today to just go down to the beach and have a day of just hanging out and doing stuff. And so if I see anything I like, I'm gonna buy it for myself. And also I pulled out $100 to get my nails done because I'm going back to work. So that's why you see the $200 there. 100 was a gift and 100 is coming out of my summer cash. Scrolling down for gas. Okay. So I took $100. So my deposit was should have been $3,000, right? In my summer cash, I had $3,123 and like 23 cents or something like that. That was interest because I was putting way more in this year than I did last time. So I pulled $100 out. I said, I need gas because I think this is like, there was an extra week in there or something. I needed gas for the car. And then Jackson needs some driving time. He has to get 60 driving hours. So we actually took, hey friend, good to see you. Glad you're here. We actually took a trip 2.5 hours to where his dad's family lives to visit the grandmother and the aunts. And then we came back. And so I need to replenish gas from that driving. I didn't get gas yet. I'll get it today. So I said, well, I got this extra money in here from the interest. I'll pull $100 out of that and I'll go ahead and use that for gas because that was a 5-hour trip there and back. So that's what, so every other week as I get money, I'll just put gas in my car. Actually, Jackson gets paid Sunday and he gives me gas. So I'll have gas for next week and I'll share that with sister because while I was going to pastor's conference, she did help me get him back and forward to work. He is done with work, praise the Lord. So nobody has to drive anybody anywhere ever again, except back and forward to school. And he won't be coming home all the time. So he will give me gas and I'll be able to have gas for next week. $28 went to tithe. That came out of the YouTube money. That's what I know it's YouTube money. And then $75 was an offering that I gave for my Pastors Global Network. I gave that yesterday. So with all that being said, if I scroll back up, I'll take myself back to the top. You'll be able to see those you'll be able to see everything the way it is now. I hope that didn't take my formulas out. Let me make sure it didn't take my formulas out. No, it didn't. Okay, it just took my colors out, which is fine. Okay, so now all of my things have been paid. Mr. Jerome was up a little bit. That renewal for the inspection sprays, all that is down a little because I did not have to pay that $170 right now. I will go in and do sinking funds with y'all tomorrow because I haven't done my sinking funds yet, but I'm going to start for my sinking funds. So I've got the dogs, I've got P.O. Box, I've got Amazon, I got all those things. I'm going to see which sinking funds I could do this week, which sinking funds I'll do next week. And it'll just be a process weekly for sinking funds. I did pay taxes, which is at $42. What else came out? $50 for the preps. I did get that out in cash. The nails, that came out. That gave us totally spent $2,460, leaving us $1,042.81. That still has to be absorbed. Now, I didn't get the dogs their food, all that. So once I start doing some of these other little things, once I go in and put all the sinking funds in, all my main bills are paid. So it says 1,000, but remember, there's still some things I have not done. I haven't gotten my Wegovy yet. I haven't paid the dentist visit yet. Haven't done it. My life insurance will come out. I'll put that in. So that $1,000 is really not $1,000. It really is monies that hasn't yet been paid out. $158 went into my business account so that I can pay for my website, my Restream, my meetings, all those types of things. So I put money in that. But that's kind of where we are for the budget for the month of August thus far. Now, tomorrow when I come in and I do sinking funds, you'll see some of those things come out as well. I won't be able to put my Wegovy in until Monday because I have to send my doctor an email so she can put the prescription. But that's kind of where we are for the budget right now. So it looks good. I feel good. And that's with, let me share that one more time because I did not share this with y'all. I'll share this one last thing because I'm being nuts. Okay, let me go all the way back up. So my paycheck, payroll deposit, or summer cash was $3,123.27. $123.27 was interest. That was not a part of that monies that I had taken out. My one mom YouTube money was $279.57. Then I had a blessing come in at $100. That gave me a total of $3,502.84. So with everything that has come out thus far, that's why we still have $1,042 because there's still some stuff that has not come out. Once those things come out, let me make sure that my formulas are still in here. Yes, they are. I just took out my little colors. I don't know why I took those out, but wasn't quite thinking. Let me see if I can put them back in. Put those colors back in because that's gonna bother me. Yeah, okay, perfect. And once we get all of the remaining of the things, that $1,000 is going to start to shrink, right? It is going to start to shrink once we get all of the remaining sinking funds and things in. Okay, that's just bothering me because typically these are all yellow and I need them to be yellow, and so it doesn't bother me. But anywho, that's kind of where we are. We're doing what we're doing. We're getting it done, and I'm thankful. One of the things I do have to do, and this is totally on me, is I have to manage my spending. I have to make sure that I'm managing my spending. I have to make sure my sinking funds are done before I spend any money. I have to make sure that everything is taken care of before I spend any money. And that's just how it is. Like I said, I think that I make enough money to cover my basis. And it may not seem like that in my brain, but I think that I make enough money to cover everything. I just have to make sure that I cover everything. Even if that means I have to put my sinking funds in at the very beginning of the month, I make enough to cover everything. So I'm not going to sit and stress out over how am I going to pay the sinking funds. I just have to do what I can. Whatever I can't cover, I will cover in my summer monies, because there should be about $2,000 there should be about $2,000 in June and July. That's just money in there that doesn't cover my bills, that my bills are already paid from the first $2,000, because I've been living off $1,965 for the past, I don't know how many summers, right? So I should be able to take care of everything else within that extra $2,000, and I'm going to be straight and fine. So that's the budget so far. Like I said, tomorrow I'll come back and I will do sinking funds with you all. Probably be earlier in the evening, not late, because I have another meeting tomorrow night. Hey, everybody. Oh, from dialysis. Oh, no. Well, prayers for you in Jesus' name. Thank you so much for chiming in. Y'all do a favor, like the video. Again, those are the best things that you can do for me, is like the video. I'm going to be showing you some things that I came upon in ChatGPT, because I said I need to make an extra $2,000 a month. How can I do it? And Chat told me some things. One of the main things are some digital products that I don't have done yet, but I haven't been looking at my income the way ChatGPT is asking me. I need extra money. So if I look at my YouTube plus passive income that comes from affiliate links, which means I got to get my affiliate links working more, that will give me some sponsorships. If I can get 1 to 2 sponsorships a month, that would be some. So I have to start looking at things very differently, business minded. And so I'm going to be sharing those things with you all as well. I don't know how it's going to work out, but we're starting this month to make sure that we are looking business wise, because by the time child support funnels out, I need to make sure that I can absorb that $2,000 worth of whatever without sister, because sister wants to move out. She would like to move out and be on her own, and I totally get it, and I understand, and I don't want to hold her here. She is not necessary to this household. Please don't think that by any means that sister has to pay me money. If she pays anything, it's just so she can get used to more budgeting that money and how she is going to have to manage living on her own or with a roommate, because she cannot afford to live on her own right now. Not with her current job, but we're praying for a higher paying job. She loves what she does, but a higher paying job would help her. So my encouragement to all of us is get those budgets done. Don't wait. Go ahead, jump in, do what you can, and let's just take care of all the things. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I got to get ready for a date. Yep, because I'm going out for a date. We're going out for the day. Got to go out. The kids are gone. Jackson's got something this evening. Sister's already gone for the day. Y'all, my life is very different. My house is very different. It's just me. Just me, really. And the dogs, they're somewhere on the couch being lazy. But I'm very thankful for all of the things. I'm thankful for your support. I'm thankful that you are still here. Like the video, share, subscribe, do all of the things, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me. And Rachel, if